Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar and today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful crochet top. I named it Yara top because of the Y-shaped design at the front of the top. And the best part about this top is the fact that you can tie its straps in different styles to bring out different looks. So if you need a written pattern, I'll leave a link at the description box below. So if you want to make different sizes for yourself, you can go ahead and check it out. So that's it guys. So for this top you're going to start from the front, go around and come back to the front, then you're going to join and make these loops. But for the pattern I made these loops at the first row and at the last row, but for this tutorial I'm going to make them after I'm done with the top. Okay, so there's actually no difference. So let us begin. The materials you're going to need are 4.5mm crochet hook, darning needle, a pair of scissors and tape measure to take your bust measurements, and yarn. So the yarn you're going to use this robin. This is 100% acrylic and it's a Kenyan brand, and it's also a lightweight yarn. This is a fingering weight yarn. So we are going to double our strand, and you can also use any other medium weight yarn. So we are going to use this sky blue as the main color, and this one you're going to make those dots with it. Okay, so let us begin. Make a knot. Make 40 chains. Add one more chain that will act as the turning chain. Okay, so now let's begin row number 1. Make 1/2 double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, and you're going to pull. Now you have 3 loops on our hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, yarn over, go to the next chain, and you're going to make another 1/2 double crochet. That way. Let us do it the last time. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, now you're going to continue and make 1/2 double crochet in each stitch until you have 25 half double crochets. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 7. I'm done with my 25 half double crochets. Now I'm left with 15 chains. Now you're going to switch to single crochets. Okay, so don't yarn over, just insert your hook into the next chain and you're going to pull. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, insert your stitch marker into the single crochet stitch that you just made. That way. Now let's continue with single crochets till the end of the row. I'm on my last single crochet, so I'm just going to finish it. I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn. Now we are going to introduce the other color, now the main color. You're going to insert your hook into the last stitch, back loop, this one, and you're going to pull your yarn that way, chain 1. Okay, now let's continue. Now you're going to insert your hook into the same stitch, back loop, and you're going to do a single crochet. Okay, go ahead to the next stitch, back loop, and make a single crochet as well, that way. So go ahead and make single crochets in each stitch, back loop, until our stitch marker. Okay, so you're going to make 15 single crochets. I'm on the stitch where we have our stitch marker, so I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to place our stitch marker on this stitch as well. So this will mark the end of the single crochets and the start of the half double crochets. Now let's continue with our half double crochets till the end of the row. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the back loop, and pull through 3. And pull through that way. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So remember, you're only working on back loops only. I'm done with my row number 2. Before we go to row number 3, you're going to need pieces of yarn from this dark color. Okay, so I've already cut mine. So let me measure it. You see how long it is. I'm going to hold it into 2. So it measures 11.5 inches. That means it measures 23 inches in full length. So you're going to cut pieces of yarn from this color measuring 23 inches. You're going to cut as many as you can. Let's say cut 10 first. Okay, then we'll cut more later. Now let's go to row number 3. Chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to do your half double crochets back loops for the next, let's say, 5 stitches. Okay, because you're placing the dark color randomly, we don't have a pattern for that, we're just placing it randomly. Okay, so go ahead and make 5 stitches with your half double crochets, back loops only. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's do the 6th one, but do not finish your stitch that way. Okay, now go ahead and pick your yarn, this one, hold it this way. So there are 2 ways of inserting this. The first one, you're going to pick that loop and pull through your half double crochet, the one you had not finished, and let this light color go underneath your stitches. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, go to the next stitch, this one, and make your half double crochet. Okay, so that is one way of attaching the dark color. The other way, let me show you how I always attach mine. I hold it this way, just the way we held the first one, and you're going to fold it one more time. Okay, now you're going to hook this part, pull. Once pulled, you're going to hook the end. You're going to hook the end, pull this other end, and tighten it that way. Okay, now let's continue. Yarn over, go to the next stitch, and you're going to pull through everything that way. Okay, go ahead to the next stitch, this one, and you're going to make another half double crochet and go to the last one. Make your half double crochet, but don't finish the stitch, so leave this one behind, and you're going to pick the light color, and you're going to finish your half double crochet with it that way. Now let's continue. Now continue with your half double crochets up to this point. Then you're going to switch to single crochets, and remember to replace your stitch marker. I'm done with my second row. Now let's go to the third row. Chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to repeat what you did on row number 2. Okay, you're not going to attach any other color. Just do your single crochets up to the stitch marker, then you switch to half double crochets till the end of the row. Now let's go to the next row. You're going to chain 1, and remember the side where we have these loose ends is the wrong side of our work. This side is the right side of our work. Okay, so chain 1 and turn your work. And now you're going to attach another yarn. Okay, so we're going to attach it on this point, just randomly on this point. Okay, since the first one you attached it up here, the next one you'll attach it down there. Okay, so you're going to continue as usual, half double crochets, back loops only, until you get to the single crochets part. Then I'll show you how to attach it. I've done 6 single crochets. Now I want to attach my yarn. So you're just going to attach the same way we did the first one. Hold it that way, then you're going to fold it one more time, and you're going to yarn over and pull. Now you're going to take the end and you're going to pull. Okay, now that's what we have. Now you go to the next stitch, back loops, you're going to continue with your single crochets. Go to the next stitch, back loop, your single crochet, and into the last one, and you're going to finish with a light color, this one. So just pick it from behind, and you're going to finish your single crochet with it. And now you're going to continue the single crochets till the end of the row. That way. So this is how it should look like. Now go to the next row. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to repeat what we did on the second row. Okay, you're not going to attach this color, you're just going to do single crochets, then switch to half doubles till the end of the row. Okay, now let's go to the next row where we are going to attach the dark color. So you're going to do your half double crochets as usual, but now you're going to attach it in the middle point. Okay, so this is how it should look like. So I think now you've gotten how we are doing this. The next row, you're not going to attach the blue color. The next one you'll attach on this point, any point up here. Okay, then the next one you'll attach any point down here. Just make it even and random. Okay, then you'll continue that way until row number 10. Then I'll meet you on row number 10. Okay, now I have 10 rows in total. So from this point you're going to take your bust measurements and divide by 2. Okay, so my bust measurement is 35, so I'm going to divide 35 by 2. I get 17.5. So from here we're going to work until you have that measurement. Okay, so I'm going to work with mine until I have 17.5 inches. Okay, and from this point also you're going to remove the stitch marker because you don't need it, and you're going to continue. So let's go to the next row, row number 11. Just chain 1 as usual, turn your work, and now we are at this point where we are going to add another yarn. So let's continue. I'm going to add this yarn at this point. Okay, we said we're just doing random, so I'm just going to add it at this point. So from row number 10 until I have the measurement that I want, I'm just going to work with half double crochets, back loops only. So let me continue with that until the point where I'm going to add this dark color. I'm going to add it at this point. So I'm going to work with the half double crochets till the end of the row. So continue with yours and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So that's how you're going to continue from now. You're going to chain one, turn your work, and we are at the row where we are not going to add the dark color, so just do your half double crochets till the end of the row. I'm done with row 12, so this is how it should look like. So from this point you're just going to repeat what you did on row number 11 and 12 until you have the height that you want. Remember, the height that you are looking for here is the half of your bust measurement. Okay, I'm done with my 17.5 inches. If it's not stretched, it's 13 inches. Okay, but when it's stretched, it can stretch up to that 17.5. Okay, or even 18. Okay, so this is okay for me. I made 38 rows in total. From the first blue color, I made 38 rows. So from this point, we're just going to do a reflection of this from here. So you're going to mark the last row, this one. So let me just mark it. And from this row, you're going to repeat whatever we did on this side. So you're going to count how many rows you made with only half double crochets. So since we had 10 rows with the single crochets at the bottom, that means 38 rows minus 10 rows, you have 28 rows. So you're going to make 28 rows of only half double crochets. Then after that, you're going to switch to the rows, 10 rows with single crochets at the bottom. Okay, so basically you're just repeating what you did on this side. Okay, and remember to place your dark colors randomly. Okay, and the last row will be in pure blue color. Okay, so continue that way and I'll meet you at the end. Then I'm going to show you what to do next. I made 76 rows in total, and this is how it looks like. So this is the right side and this is the wrong side. So now we're going to join the two ends together. So I'm just going to cut this yarn because I ended at the upper part and we are supposed to join from the bottom. Okay, so let me just cut it. And now you're going to turn to the wrong side and you're going to work on the wrong side. Now you're going to insert your hook into the last stitch here, back loop, this one, the last stitch, and also the last stitch on this other side. Okay, so just pick the last stitch here, that way, and now you're going to join with the dark color. Okay, so just go ahead and pull, and you're going to chain one. Okay, now go to the next back loop, this one, and also the next on the other side. You're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, go to the next and the next on the other side as well, pull and pull all through. So let's do one last time. Go to the next back loop and the next on the other side, this one, pull all through, doing a slip stitch. Okay, now you're going to continue that way until you have only 15 stitches left at the upper part. So that means you're going to do 25 for mine, and if you had done more rows, just make sure you leave 15 rows at the top here. Okay, so let me continue with mine and I'll meet you at the end. I just finished working on the amount of stitches that I wanted to work with. Now I have 15 stitches left. So what you're going to do, don't cut your yarn. Since you're working on the wrong side, you're going to go ahead into this part, okay, and continue with the slip stitches only on one side till you have 2 stitches left. So go ahead to the next stitch, this one, and continue with your slip stitches till you have 2 stitches left. Then I'm going to show you how to finish on those 2. Now I have 2 stitches left, this one and this one. So I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to skip the next stitch, and I'm going to work on the last one, and I'm going to do a slip stitch and chain 1 and cut my yarn. So I'll have this loop. So after that, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to work on the other side as well, on this part, okay. So just insert your hook into the last stitch, back loop, and you're going to pick your yarn, pull, and chain 1, okay. Now you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and you're going to skip the next stitch, and you're going to go into the third one and do your slip stitch. Now go ahead to the other 6 stitches and do slip stitches until you get to the end. The end, I mean this, the last stitch here, this one, okay. I've gotten to the end, so I'm just going to slip stitch to this and cut my yarn, and that is it. So let me turn to the right side. So this is how it looks like on the right side, okay. We have a Y shaped at the middle, and you have these 2 loops here, this one and this other one, okay. So now we are going to the last step, and that is to put the laces, okay. So you're going to turn, you're going to identify the middle point at the back of your work, and then you're going to count 6 stitches from the middle point on this side and also on this side. Then you're going to place your stitch markers on the 2 points. I have marked the 2 points. Now let's go to the next step. You're going to insert your hook into the point where you have the stitch marker, and you're going to take the dark color. So remember, we are using 2 strands, but for the straps you're going to need 3 strands because you don't want it to be too thin, okay. So just go ahead and make 3 strands, or if you're using a medium weight yarn, go ahead and double the strand. And now you're going to join, and you're going to chain 160 chains, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm done with 1 strap, so go ahead and do another 160 chains on this point also, okay. I'm done with both my straps, so now you're going to go ahead and remove all these loose ends, and let me show you how you're going to tie your strap. So you're going to insert the one, let's say on the left, the strap on the left to the loop on the right, okay, that way, and this one to this other side, okay. So let me show you the pictures of how you're going to tie your straps, okay. So this is how you're going to tie your straps. We have several methods of how you're going to tie your straps. So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope to see you on my next video, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and hope to see you on my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.